The background to this is the Gasworks site has been identified for redevelopment in the 1991 and 2006 Unitary Development Plan. That is the plan that decides what is done where broadly in the borough. A planning brief was prepared in 2000 and NBCA and Barnet Civic Society put in proposals to amend the officers' original ideas. We were ignored, and many of the problems we have now, we foresaw them happening, and we wanted to address them in 2000. Too late, we're where we are now. ASDA have been around since 2006, although as I shall come on to say in a minute, they're not here tonight. But they've had a very low profile. January 2008, Tesco appeared and said they were going to regenerate New Barnet. And we then held a meeting on the 3rd of April, which is 50 weeks ago, in this same building. And we had 408 people came to the meeting, hundreds signed up to do something and offered to help, and 30 formed a steering group, an action committee, which became the Save New Barnet campaign group. And they've met regularly ever since. The Tesco site, the Optech site, and the big one in East Barnet Road is currently lying somewhere in the long grass. It's not dead, but it has temporarily gone away. It may come back in a few weeks' time, but we suspect the timescale could be a bit longer. The Tesco Express site went to a public inquiry this week, 2 days at the town hall, with everything done at the speed of the inspector's pen. In 2009, we are still writing everything down at dictation pace. ASDA submitted a planning application in August of last year. It wasn't registered until February this year. On the 17th of February at the Barnet Forum, we were told it wasn't yet registered, but would be in a few days. At 10 to 5 on Monday the 23rd, we were told we think it's just been registered. On the 24th, we were told it was registered, and when we checked, we found it had been backdated to the 16th. So there's a week of our consultation time gone. The closing date for public consultation is the 1st of April. And if you want to say anything for or against, you really need to get it in for the 1st of April. On the face of it, that's 6.5 weeks from the date of registration, where the legal requirement is for 3 weeks consultation. Most of the documents were put on the website by the 21st of February, but not the traffic ones, which are some of the most contentious. 110 documents and over 1,000 pages. And much of it is difficult to read on the computer screen. We were told we could have a CD-ROM with everything on, and they were being prepared. 2nd of March we got them, but some of them couldn't be read, the software problems which were overcome by the 6th of March. The council sent out 2,500 letters, not all of which have been delivered to the addresses they said they would deliver them to. The wrong reference number on the letter, so if you tried to look it up on the website you were denied access, and the postal notices and the notice in the paper had no email or postal address to reply to. Because of all of this, we asked for an extension to the 1st of April deadline for 3 weeks. This was refused. So really, we've only had 3.5 weeks to look at what a planning officer described yesterday as one of the 4 largest schemes in the borough for many years. And the council, on its public notice, said that it's for a major development which is a departure from the approved development plan for the area. So it is something over and above what the UDP allowed for. We've been asking the council to arrange a public meeting run by them to consult the residents of the community. And they've known about these proposals for 3 years. We've known about them for 9 months. And we've been raising it at the council's residents' forum. And last year we were being told it was being considered. But the last two meetings they've said no to a public consultation. So the earliest date we could arrange a meeting was Friday the 6th of March, and we wrote to ASDA that day, and we wrote to the councillors on Sunday the 8th of March. The only venue in this area capable of taking a couple of hundred people, or the maximum 300, is this building. And we're very grateful to the church wardens and PCC of St James's Church for allowing us to come here again. We also had to have the meeting before the weekend because the builders move in next week. And anyway, if we're going to meet the 1st of April deadline, where else are we going to go? We didn't set the timetable. We're trying to work with the council. Just under 2 days ago, at 9 p.m. in the evening, I received a telephone call from ASDA to say it was unlikely they could come due to short notice they had been given. The letter was sent out on the 6th. They probably got it on the 10th. They admitted to getting it. The man concerned says, I saw it on the 10th, on the Wednesday. Didn't say they received it on the Wednesday. I saw it on the Wednesday. He told his director on the Saturday they'd received the letter. So for something of such importance, they didn't even tell their director for 3 days. And the director confirmed that to me yesterday. Yesterday morning at 10:30, I received a voicemail, because I was in the planning inquiry for Tesco's, saying that they weren't able to come unless I was removed as the chair of the meeting and replaced by a third party. And that's with a few hours, a day, just over a day's notice. They then confirmed it by email, but then said that the short notice was totally unacceptable. They could not put a presentation together in 8 days, and they did not have access to provide a projector and a laptop for the meeting. And they want to come and take over all of our food supply in the area. I will now read out an edited version of a statement they have issued. Their original version was 696 words long. I've edited down to half the size, but the original document that they emailed me will be put on our website, so anybody who wants to read the whole version will find it on our website. Statement from ASDA. ASDA has endeavoured to engage widely in our public consultation on this scheme. ASDA first met with elected representatives in March 2008 to discuss initial plans. We subsequently tackled the issues over height, scale and density and significantly reduced these elements on the scheme. What they mean by that is their original proposals were for a 13-storey tower block and 400 flats. They've now reduced it to 8 stories maximum and 211 flats. Our public exhibition was held over 2 weekends in June. Over 1,000 local people viewed the plans. We engaged with a wide range of stakeholders, including JCOS, and they are providing a bus unloading bay for JCOS in their plans. We also sponsored and participated in the East Barnet Festival. We met New Barnet Community Association twice. We've demonstrated throughout this process a willingness to engage, and indeed our efforts have shown this consultation has been a genuine one. We've listened to concerns and changed our scheme accordingly. We received a letter inviting us to this meeting a mere 8 days prior to the event. ASDA made it clear to the MBCA that this is frankly unacceptable given the organisation and preparation it takes to do justice for meetings of this kind. We also made a request that MBCA would ensure that an impartial chair would preside over proceedings and that a proper agenda be set up. They were sent the agenda you've got, and if that's not a proper agenda, I don't know what is. In light of this and the late notice, our view is that it cannot be as an impartial representative forum for constructive discussion on the planning application. We found our public exhibitions and focus groups to be a far better setting for genuine consultation and discussion. Sadly, the group has not agreed to select an impartial chair, And we find that contrary to the stated aim of encouraging effective public consultation,